We all say we don't care what others think, but deep down, we do. We hesitate to speak, to create, to chase our dreams, not because we can't, but because we fear how we'll look doing it. This silent fear, the fear of judgment, controls more lives than failure ever will. Today, we'll dive deep into why we care so much about other people's opinions, how it limits your potential, and how to finally break free from the invisible prison of judgment. From childhood, we're trained to seek approval. Parents, teachers, friends, all shaping our behavior with reward and rejection. Slowly, our brain learns a dangerous pattern. If they don't like me, I'm not enough. This fear of social rejection is ancient. In prehistoric times, being excluded from the tribe meant death. So even today, our brain links disapproval with danger, even though, in reality, we're perfectly safe. That's why criticism hurts more than logic can explain. Social media has turned judgment into a full-time sport. Every post, every picture, every word, instantly open to likes, dislikes, and opinions. We live in a digital arena where validation feels like oxygen. The result? We start shaping our lives not around what we love, but what looks good. And that's the trap. Because when you live for applause, silence feels like failure. Here's the truth. Nobody's watching you as much as you think. Psychologists call it the spotlight effect. We overestimate how much people notice or remember our mistakes. Most people are too busy worrying about how they look to think about you. The fear of judgment is mostly a mirror, reflecting our own insecurities back at us. Once you see that, you start to live lighter. Every time you stop yourself from acting out of fear, you're choosing safety over growth. People don't fail because they aren't capable. They fail because they never start. Fear of judgment blocks creativity, courage, and authenticity. You start censoring yourself, editing your real thoughts, your real voice just to fit in. And fitting in is the fastest way to disappear. Freedom doesn't come from people liking you. It comes from not needing them to. When your actions are aligned with your values, you stop chasing validation. You stop performing for the world and start expressing yourself honestly. That's when your power shows up. That's when people respect you, not for trying to please them, but for being real. The fear of judgment is a mental habit, and habits can be rewired. Start small. Speak your opinion once a day, even if it shakes a little. Post your work online without editing it to perfection. Let people see your imperfections, and notice how nothing truly bad happens. Each act of courage weakens the old fear. Confidence is built through exposure, not avoidance. What if judgment didn't scare you, but motivated you? When you realize that criticism means visibility, it becomes proof that you're doing something worth noticing. Every great creator, leader, and innovator faced judgment, and they acted anyway, because the cost of silence was greater than the sting of opinions. Don't hide from judgment. Outgrow it. When people judge you, it's rarely about you. It's about them. Judgment is often a projection, a reflection of someone's own insecurity, fear, or jealousy. They criticize your confidence because it highlights their hesitation. They mock your progress because it reminds them of what they've avoided. Once you understand this, their opinions lose power, because judgment isn't truth, it's a mirror. And the more people talk, the more you realize who they are, not who you are. Constantly seeking validation is exhausting. You bend yourself into shapes to please everyone and end up pleasing no one, not even yourself. Approval addiction drains your mental and emotional energy. You start second-guessing every move, replaying conversations, editing your truth. It's like living life on a stage, performing instead of being. But when you stop chasing applause, you reclaim peace. And in that peace, confidence grows naturally. Ironically, the more you try to be liked, the less people connect with you. But when you're real, flaws, quirks, raw thoughts and all, people feel it. Authenticity is magnetic because it gives others permission to be themselves too. It's rare, refreshing, and deeply human. When you stop hiding behind perfection, you become relatable. And being relatable builds real influence, not fake attention. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring about people. It means you stop depending on their opinion to define your worth. When you detach emotionally from how others see you, something incredible happens. You become fearless in expression, bold in creation, and calm under pressure. You realize that your value was never up for debate, and that realization, that quiet detachment, is true confidence. Success feels empty when it's built on other people's approval, but it feels powerful when it's defined by your own values. Ask yourself, would you still do this if no one clapped? Would you still create, speak, or chase it if no one noticed? If the answer is yes, that's freedom, because that's when success stops being a performance and becomes self-expression.
True freedom comes when you allow yourself to be vulnerable. Showing your real thoughts, feelings, and imperfections doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. Vulnerability creates connection. People sense authenticity and respond with respect and trust. The more you embrace your imperfections, the less power fear of judgment has over you. Remember, courage isn't the absence of fear, it's acting despite it. Your opinions, your creativity, your choices, they matter. Stop shrinking to fit someone else's expectations. Stand tall in your own truth. Celebrate your voice by expressing it boldly, consistently, and unapologetically. When you honor your own perspective, the world begins to honor it too. You are not here to please everyone. You're here to be yourself. Fear of judgment is just noise. Your potential, your voice, and your freedom are far louder. So today, choose authenticity over approval, courage over comfort, and expression over fear. Because the world doesn't need another version of someone else. It needs the real you.